Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast Nana Tanya Tanya. Today I have a super exciting episode. So I'm joined by three amazing ladies. We have Mary,
Halo guys.
Fanny, and Nuni. they have they have each had their own a unique journey coming to Qatar. And today we are going to talk about what life here is really like, from work and culture to food and unexpected surprise. All right. So, let's start with some quick introduction. Can each of you tell us your name and what brought you guys to Qatar and how long you have been here? Okay, so I will start with Mary. So, Mary, three questions. Your name, what brought you to Qatar, and how long you've been here?
Halo guys, my name is Mary as you know. Why I brought here because I got opportunities here, I got a job, and I've been here since 2022 ya. Halo guys.
Hi, my name is Fanny Fanel. I'm working here since last year, just 1 year and 1 month. Yeah, nice.
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 Hi, my name is Nuni, and I've been working here for 1 year, and luck brought me here because I got this job. I got this job by luck.
Wow.
I didn't get the job by intention.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay. Very interesting, guys. What brought you to come to Qatar, yeah? Okay. So, was Qatar is your first time living abroad?
Yes, this is my first time going abroad, and this is my first time working abroad also. I have never been to going outside of Indonesia.
Oh, this is your first time.
Yeah.
How about
This is my second time going abroad. Before I was in Kurdistan, Iraq, almost 2 years. But it's safe in there. No, nothing. It's okay.
This is my first time working abroad, but going outside already. Yes.
I know I know that you work in Japan. It's not counted?
Yes, I forgot. I forgot, guys. Forgot. Sorry, forgot. Yeah. This is my second country. Yeah, but I like it. I like here. No, I like Japan.
You confuse yourself.
All right. And now about life in Qatar, okay? So, let's talk about what you do here in Qatar and what is your typical day off, like in a week in Qatar.
Me first. So in a week I got 2 days off, and I usually just stay at home because I'm the type of a homebody type, and I will just cook. Mostly I cook Indonesian food because, if we eat outside too much, it will be too expensive, and we will spend our money wastely. And then sometimes I go out with my friends, but mostly I like to be alone because I'm the typical of introvert.
Ah, okay. And what you do here?
I'm working as a food server at the airport.
For me, I like working in here also by luck. So many people want to working in here, but just like 2% they choose.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you are lucky.
Yeah. In here, 1 week, 2 days off, same like her, because we working also same in airport. But I like going outside every single day. Every single day, even just going by metro, just going nowhere, just going by metro and come back.
So what do you do here in Qatar?
I'm working airport as a therapist. I have been as a therapist like 20 years.
Wow. Very nice.
Don't count my age.
So you must be 10 years old, Uh, what I do here, I'm everywhere. Currently, I work in the hotel, and then when I'm off, I usually go see my friends, and then sometimes I go went on a date, sometimes, or I just sleep the whole day. You know, yes, that's it.
Okay. So now some of you are already in Qatar like more than 6 months, yeah, all of you, right? Okay. So more or less you will know about culture in Qatar, right? Okay. So what do you love most about Qatari culture and a lifestyle here? Mary first. What do you
What?
love most about Qatari culture or the lifestyle?
The lifestyle here, mm, it is more not really open, not really open, which is good, but also not good. But in between. But yeah, the good thing is some people, if it's too open, it's not nice because you got everything, But here it's a mix. So it's good and bad, but I like it. But what I like the most, hmm, I don't know.
I think it's kind of different because
Yeah.
I think this question it's kind of tricky because when we talk about our own culture, we will more or less understand like in Indonesia the younger used to like the like to respect the elderly and to do the salim when you shake hand and kiss hand like that, so that part of our culture. But since we are here as the expatriate, like the people who just come for work, so we don't really like follow their, like yeah, like their culture or their tradition because we don't dress the way they dress. We don't, yeah. Okay, so guys, let's skip this question because it's not related to to us. Okay. Have you tried any local tradition or festival?
Yeah, trying the tradition, not really, but I just try some local food, like local food like the shawarma, like the hummus. I'm not sure this is the local food from the Qatar, but yeah, I try hummus several times, and the price of the bread here is quite cheap. It's like only 1 rial for 6 pieces, I think. And it's quite big bread. It's- you go.
Chapati?
No, not the chapati. The one that they are selling at the supermarket. The one they are using for shawarma.
For me, it's not the first time eating food, Arabic food, because in Kurdistan also mostly they are same, like tikka, shawarma, everything almost same, just different how to they make it. Uh, Sorry to say, in here, like chicken, beef, like it's not really fresh. If you buy in a supermarket, but you have to buy local chicken. It's nice in here. Mhm.
Even the fresh slaughter.
Yeah, it's more expensive, but it's more nice. Not like plastic.
Understood.
Yeah.
For me, for me, in here, the food is for the sweet is very sweet. too much sweet, like different. The sweetness
Like us, right?
for you, you're super sweet. Eh? In here, the food is too much sweet. For the sweetness, like you can taste it. Like, oh, if you don't really like sweet, you be like, what is this? Because it's like pure sugar. But with shawarma and karak, I don't really enjoy. You know, yes. And in here there are so many, also many different cultures, not just Arabic, also Indians. Yeah, it's kind of mixed, so it's not for me, I think.
You know, I bet, I bet, I bet you all maybe not really try the local Qatari food, because from what you share, it's like more into just a normal Arabic food in general, and like shawarma is like from Turkey. and 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 yeah, so Qatari cuisine, it's like lamb ozi, yeah, lamb ozi, and you have what else, how sorry, lamb ozi, majbus, yeah, majbus, lamb majbus, chicken majbus. Yeah, I try those. I kind of like it. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's almost similar to like chicken biryani, and yeah. Yeah, but it's more flavorful, yeah, more flavorful, a lot of spices. And normally this like a festival food, not everyday food. Like you will find it in a special occasion, maybe like in the Eid or wedding, something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you something a little bit personal. Okay, so has living in Qatar changed you in any way?
Everything.
Change you like
Change your mind.
Something's really changed to me is like now I'm become more open because now I have to work with the multicultural environment. So and I also learn about the other culture, about the and about the that we might heard of the stereotypical of this country, but when you face the real person and then they are not like this, also we saw you shouldn't believe of the stereotypical that you hear in the internet,
yes,
just like that.
Yeah, like Nuni said, the same. We have a lot of multicultural in here, but I never had a local friend. Yeah, for local friend. Yeah, I don't have friend from local, so I don't know exactly the culture from Qatari, something like that. But it's fine with all those people in here. Is nice and change my mind to more open your mind to going somewhere with all of them, so you know their culture also.
Uh,
What changed you?
what changed me? Not much. Not much actually, because I feel still the same, just different friends. Yes, close friends. Yes, and not really much, you know, because yeah, just different timing, different people, but still.
Okay. And then, what advice would you give for someone that thinking about moving to Qatar?
In here safe, for example, like phone, you forget in somewhere when you come back still there your phone because it was happening with me. I forgot my phone in metro and I talk with the security and they said okay, next stop they will take and give me the another station. Yeah, so it's safe in here. Everything is easy and not so far because Qatar is not really big like our country. Maybe just like Jakarta, right?
Kind of South Jakarta.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
So my advice for people who wants to move here, just be prepared with the extreme weather because when it's the summer, it will be very hot, and during the winter, it's maybe people who lives in the mountain like Bandung, they can still hold it, but for us who is not living in the mountain, it could reach like 14 degrees during the winter. So it's like you are moving from the oven to the chiller. And then if you want to move here, don't be shy to try, even if your English is not very good. As you live here, you will learn. You practice every day, so it will get better.
Agree. Mocha, you have anything?
You have to go here. Why? You can save money. Yalla, yalla. Yes, first this is a safe country, and then no tax, which is very good. And then if you work in the hotel, they provide you everything, so your salary is safe. So you can actually saving money than you work in your country. Especially in Indonesia, you spend too much. But here you can actually saving a lot of money if you don't really spend much. It's very good. No tax, by the way, and it's very safe. And transportation is number one here. Yes, it's very easy. It's clean. It's cheap. Yes, and so many CCTV, so you feel very safe, no matter what time is that. Yeah.
So I think I just wanna add from my side. I mean, if you plan to come to Qatar or anywhere else, or anywhere in a way that you want to work abroad, just do it, guys. Especially when you are young, just go and just do it. If you cannot make it, you got nothing to lose. You can always come back home to see your family. But I think if you have a opportunity, take it, do it, and just go. Right?
Because you never know if you never try.
Exactly. And honestly, I agree with what Nuni said about the language because if you listen to our if you if you if you listen to this podcast, you guys will actually see so much wrong, so much mistake.
This is very
you know
advanced.
so and and believe me, guys, it's not even matter anymore. People here, they talk in a body language. They talk just, my friend, put down, up, my friend, off, on. Salary coming, no coming, no coming. You know, but surprisingly, we understand. we we understand each other. But of course, if you are better in English, then you'll be better also, like to communicate with more, yeah. But but if you but but if you're coming with the perfect English here, you're gonna be not perfect anymore. It's kind of influenced by others. But what is our point is that the English language, it's so important. Yes, we agree. But to come to Qatar or to come to any other Middle East country, it is not a number one things. You just need to be brave to come and to stay here, and that's it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so
Lu udah tidur aja.
So, okay. Now I want to ask you about a favorite place in Qatar. What is your favorite place here in Qatar?
Oh, I have so many.
Because I'm kind of introvert, so I like yeah, yes. So I like to go to the parks in the Qatar, and there are a lot of beautiful parks in Qatar, and it's free. The one yeah, the one I like is the Crescent Park in Lusail. There is like a outbound area. If you have family, kids, Crescent Park. Yeah.
You go already?
No, I went there alone.
Why you go alone without me?
Yeah, I went there alone. I brought rice and I had picnic by myself. And it was so quiet.
Very, very introvert.
Crescent Park.
For me, I don't know. I like museum, and I like going to Muslim, Islamic yeah, Islam. Yeah, museum is free in here.
Mia Park.
Not in the park, but I like go to the art Islamic museum. Maybe I already go there 3 times. Yeah, I like go to museum.
So that is your favorite
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice because have lot of the things agriculture the things and have also history about Indonesia in there. Yeah,
Very nice.
you never know. Go there.
For me, sorry guys, I am sleeping because I'm too much eating. too much eating. My favorite place in here, Ibu Mariam. because because it's my favorite. The food is amazing. Yes, and then one more thing, as done, yeah, because that's the first the first accommodation, you know. Yeah, so it's very 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 what is it?
memorable.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But all of the place is very nice.
Yeah. Okay. My favorite place is JMJ Resident. My favorite place is here where I am. Okay, I have a lot of favorite place. Number one, I like Katara Garden. Number two, I like Porto Arabia. You know where the harbor is, where a lot of boats, a lot of yacht, yeah, the pearls. Yes, and then number three, I like Corniche. Corniche during winter.
Musharif.
Yeah, during winter I like Corniche. And I like Mia Park.
Oh yeah, Mia Park.
Yeah, Mia Park. And I like Doha Port, Mina District. The colorful building, and the pastel color. It's so nice, and the beautiful sunset. It's in Mia Park. You know, yeah. Just right when you walk till the edge, you will see the hill. You sit there by 4:30 to 5. I swear, it's the most beautiful sunset in Qatar. I mean, you guys can see, and all of those spot that I'm telling, it's you can entry for free, and including the museum. Yeah, the including the museum is also free. Yeah. So if you're planning to Qatar, you can visit those places on your day off, or yeah, it's very nice. Okay. So I have just another two question. Since you guys are already here in Qatar, perhaps you learn one or two language, right? So can you tell me one Arabic words that you use often?
I often use yalla. It's like hurry.
Yeah. Funny.
I don't know. Kuku. guys. Arabic.
Kuku different.
Okay, any other more Arabic? Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Masalah.
Udah biasa. Masalah mah.
Astagfirullah.
Apa? What? Banyak.
So many.
Apa?
Soya.
Suwe-suwe.
Balik.
Suwe-suwe.
Halas.
Halas. Halas. Ya.
Halas. Yes, Aiwa. Yes, Aiwa. Aiwa is like OMG. Oh my god. And then we use this Kaliwali. I don't know what language that, but we use that one every time, huh?
Yes.
Every time Kaliwali.
For me, the words that I often use, yala, aywa, mafi mushkil, yeah, zen. Zen is like good, fine. Yeah, like when somebody is like, how are you? Zen. Yeah. Fifulus, mafi fulus. Yeah. Okay, and soya, yeah, soya. Yeah. So this, yeah, you guys can look up in Google what we are trying to say, but for me, 9 years that I'm here, those are just the words that I often use. I don't speak any Arabic language because it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah.
Even in Qatar, they have Arabic culture, but they don't speak Arabic in here. We are speak
the
English.
local-
Yeah, even the local
Locals speak English. Yeah.
speak English.
Okay. Last question. Okay. Yes. So, I want to ask you a moment that you will never forget here in Qatar. One moment that you will never forget.
Apa ya? Apa ya? One moment that I will never forget, maybe the first time when I got here.
The World Cup.
Yes.
Or what you will never forget. I will not interfere.
Yes, because that time we have Ronaldo, we have New Wales. Yes, yes, it's once in a lifetime, And I don't know, we can see them ever again. So it was very, 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 very memorable.
Ibu tadi kan kata dulu.
Yang paling berkesan.
Nyeritain pribadi tapi nggak bagus.
Gak apa-apa. You will never forget.
Yeah, it's like my personal experience. I once date someone here, not a local, and then I trust him too quick. I trust him too quick, but
Udah dengerin dulu. Gua udah nahan ketawa.
Jangan. Penonton
bisa diedit kan?
Ditipu.
enggak, guys, dia nyuruh gue ngedit. Gue kasih subtitle aja masih mikir.
Ayo.
And
Lanjut,
then,
lanjut.
Lu jangan potong dulu.
yeah, and then,
Ya.
Enggak, gua nggak mau ngeliat dia pokoknya.
ya udah, and then.
But it turns out he had a fiance in his country, so wow. Nah, I went through that, but what I want to say is just you shouldn't trust people here too quick.
Oh yes.
I'm not saying about the local, but the same, the expat of
In general.
yeah, in general.
Yeah. Udah ketipu berapa kali?
Jadi lupa gue tadi.
Padahal tadi udah ngebayangin ya mau jawab apa ya, ayo.
Apa yang paling berkesan yang nggak bisa lu lupakan? Apa? Bakso Patantowi. Apa Batagor?
Manajernya.
Aiwa.
Jangan diceritain.
Lu yang nyebutin sendiri.
Ini manajer lu gue bilangin.
Kan gua
Iya.
manajer gua udah dipecat.
Oh iya.
Ya pokoknya itulah. Itu yang nggak pernah dilupain itu.
Ya Allah. Ya Allah, segitunya banget loh.
Udah.
Udah.
You sure? You don't have any other moment that unforgettable?
Ini unforgettable lah.
Which one?
Iya.
We are never forget. We are camping in.
Agriculture. Yes. Agriculture. Yeah, we supposed to go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Together, ya kan? And then, yes, like we have a meetup together, yeah. And it says agriculture. The team is agriculture. Yes. And then okay, let's meet up here. Okay. I will go there. And then one person didn't check about the appointment. Yes, it's supposed to be the day before. And then it's also you need to have invitation. Right? But yes, and it's only one person. And we have 3 people.
Oh yeah. Okay. So okay guys. So okay. So we have this kind of group, in Qatar there are plenty of group that that you can just become part of that group, and then in that group you will be like joining a lot of event such as desert safari, and then you will go to a park or you will go to a restaurant and etc. So that day there was a announcement in the group says that they can accommodate another like 5 people to join on the desert thing. Not desert, sorry, it's like a camping. Yeah, it's a night camping. So I was so excited, and then it says there that they will pick us up and then we will go together with the free ride like that. So I'm calling these people here. I told them, be ready, we're gonna go camping. So they're all so excited. Yeah, and then I told them just come with your things, etc. So they end up coming, guys, and unfortunately, the the group already left. They left without us because they don't have like anyone. I think those space is suddenly just booked, so they went straight away to agriculture, and we end up having agriculture here. We make camping in this house. Oh my god. So yes, so that's all. That's all, guys. Thank you so much. We already in our last session. So thank you so much for Mary, Fanny, and Nuni. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for sharing your stories, and it's been an amazing to hear their journey. If you're watching or listening and you have had your own Qatar experience, you can drop a comment or a message me. I'd love to hear from you guys, and if you plan to come to Qatar, you can ask me in the comment, and you can ask all of them as well in the comment. I will obviously going to give the question to them if there is a question. Okay, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with someone that is curious about life in Qatar. Okay. Okay, so I believe in something. I start this podcast very, very basic. You see, this is all my my guests, my guests that willingly, voluntarily, they are just telling. They are just telling the story. So I really believe that one day, if you still with me, seeing this podcast, seeing me making this video, and one day you and me will grow together in this channel, I just want to say thank you for everyone who already subscribed, and yeah, that's it. Oh, so emotional. No, Yeah. So maybe in a couple of months we're going to have a better setup of podcast, and everyone
different story.
yes, everyone is going to have their own mic. Because this one is like going everywhere. Yeah, so and that's it. So thank you so much. Thank you. So we see you again in the next video. Bye.